Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Eric Schurter, U.S. Crop Protection Launch Leader with Corteva Agriscience. It's my pleasure to be with you here today as we briefly discuss Enlist herbicides versus in-crop dicamba herbicides and some of the key differentiation. Before we begin, let's talk about and level set between our two products. Enlist 1 is our straight goods 2,4-D choline, which gives and offers greater tank mix flexibility, so we can mix with products like Durango DMA or Liberty herbicide. Enlist Duo is our convenient premix of 2,4-D choline and glyphosate. Not only does it fit that great grass control opportunity, but excellent broadleaf control. Two excellent products depending on your given situation. Now when we start to really compare and look at the 2,4-D choline with Colex-D technology, they offer some key benefits. First being near zero volatility, especially as we start to compare that to other and older formulations of 2,4-D amine or ester. We also have the built-in reduced physical drift potential as compared to our older formulations, and we see better handling characteristics, which we all know, especially in that springtime or cooler windows, can be a concern. All of those are naturally built into Enlist 1 and Enlist Duo. Now when you start talking about the differences between the Enlist system versus the dicamba system, the first thing to note is no calendar date cutoff with the Enlist weed control system. What we have seen here over the past couple of years is that Enlist 1 and Enlist Duo, by not having those artificial calendar date cutoffs, we're seeing better control. Anytime we have arbitrary calendar date cutoffs, that is not optimizing a weed control option, and at the same time leading to poor decisions. And we've seen that through the countryside, especially as we enter into harvest. Enlist 1 and Enlist Duo offer a lot of greater flexibility with the Enlist weed control system, as you're going to see with the in-crop dicamba. And in fact, here's just one of the pictures showing some of that flexibility. Over in the lower left, you have a post-application of Enlist 1 plus Durango DMA with Bronc or AMS. And you can see that we had excellent control of those post-emerge applications on those weeds. But we started to see some regrowth. That's where we have greater tank mix flexibility to offer products like EverPrex, our residual. And as you can see over on the right, we're getting excellent control into the season under a very harsh condition. Now we could do the same thing with Liberty, another key difference when you compare it to the in-crop dicamba system, as we'll talk about in just a minute. Other key factors from a grower's perspective or even a retailer's perspective is we, with Enlist 1 and Duo, do not require drift reducing adjuvants or DRAs. We do not need the addition of volatility reducing agents or VRAs. Those are all requirements for the in-crop dicamba system that just add additional cost on a per acre basis. The Enlist weed control system also has no prohibition on AMS. And in fact, AMS is encouraged with products like Liberty, glyphosate, and many of our post products in the marketplace today. AMS can be added to the tank if it's one of those qualified tank mix partners. And we have a whole host of insecticides, fungicides, and herbicides, and other additives that can be tank mixed with our products more easily. One of the key differences is our tank mix partners and the differences between the Enlist weed control system and the in-crop dicamba system. When you start looking at some of the key products in the marketplace that can be tank mixed, you can tank mix Liberty herbicide and other qualified glufosinate with Enlist 1. You cannot do that with the in-crop dicamba system. You can also tank mix qualified AMS products with Enlist 1 and Enlist Duo. Once again, something that cannot be done with the in-crop dicamba system. It's no wonder that more and more growers are really gravitating to the Enlist weed control system because of the tank mix flexibility, something that's a huge advantage over in-crop dicamba. The next question we tend to get a lot is, what about adjuvants? And yes, whenever you're thinking about other additives or adjuvants, we always encourage you to visit the enlisttankmix.com website, and we always base our adjuvant decisions on local recommendations, meaning what does the local environment at that time require? Do you need that AMS for water conditioning? And then many times you do. Does a crop oil concentrate warranted? Do we need a surfactant to reduce droplet surface tension? All those are factors that need to be made at the local level, but be rest assured we have the flexibility to do so. Now at the enlisttankmix.com, you also will see all the products out there that have passed the EPA mandated drift testing protocol. Now one thing we would like to draw out is all of these products have passed the wind tunnel testing, but that does not mean that they have been tested for crop response, physical compatibility, or agronomic recommendations. We always still need a good always use good and sound agronomic recommendations with any tank mix partner. Now, when you start to compare and contrast the two systems and you look through all the host of things on this slide here, there's one thing that keeps coming back: flexibility. You see more flexibility out of the Enlist weed control system than you do the in-crop Dicamba herbicides. That's one of the key drivers and why we see farmers gravitating to this system each and every year at a faster rate. That's why it's the fastest growing trait technology in the business today. For more information or more resources around Enlist herbicides, Enlist One or Duo, visit us at enlist.com. If you have any more questions, always reach out to your local Enlist field specialist. Until we meet again, good luck and have a safe season.